everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock City, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup, as we'll see the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 9th-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Sun Devils will kick it away to get this game going. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hampton. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Alabama's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And all eyes, Kirk, in this matchup of elite wide receivers. They got great skill. They got big personalities. You know they want to outdo each other in this showdown today.
Well, it's a showcase opportunity for both of these two wide receivers. A lot of eyes on them, not only in college football, but I don't know the last time, Chris, we were on the field pregame and saw so many NFL personnel evaluating these two to see who ends up stepping up and playing better.
Well, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's controversial, but that lineman a little bit too far downfield, and that's a costly penalty. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Going backwards to open up this series. 2nd down and 16 now. A quick throw out left, complete. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Dropping back. It's Simpson. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. Returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense gets their first crack now. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
Grabbed by the receiver. Gunslinger will tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down. Hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. This one falls incomplete, but it looked like the defense jumped off sides.
Offside defense.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. But we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
And he'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Bringing it out, it's Adams. They tackle him at the 8. Good coverage there. Bad decision to bring it out. So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. Fire to the right side, complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Handoff here from the shotgun. Good enough for first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Back to pass. It's Simpson. And it falls incomplete. Here's the second down play. Play action fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Lewis. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. They'll hand it off. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. They come up 3rd and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Well, the lineman a little too far downfield, like a sheep wandering away from the flock, and that's a costly penalty. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Punt team ready to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. It's a quarterback keeper. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Second down after that previous play. And the back now goes in motion. Dropping back. It's Levitt. He's sacked and he brought down right at the 5-yard line.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Caught quickly. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils will send their punt team onto the field. Well, Kirk, Arizona State has the lead here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. And the Sun Devils will have to kick this away. And the offense forced to punt for the first time tonight. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Looking to pass here on second down. Over the middle, it's Young. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The pocket breaking down. Swarm with a pass rush. A sack.
There's a nice play by this defense after giving up a huge gain. They're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
Second down now after the sack. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. It's a wide receiver screen. They make the tackle, but not for a solid gain on that pass. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point makes the lead 4. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. To the air, it's Levitt. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous.
Here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Fires it on the move. What a catch! That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss. Offense now behind the sticks on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Oh, what a grab! They bring them down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Sun Devils are on the move here. Looking to throw it on first down. Pass complete on a crossing route. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Now they call a run. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. To throw, it's Levitt. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Defense is coming after him. Looking for 6. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Arizona State. But they were backed up to start the the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so the score is 10-7 now. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On the ground, it's Miller. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Taking a deep shot here to the right. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 29. Quarterback still with the football. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He makes the grab. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Now the pass rush gets home. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Pass protection a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. And he'll set up to throw. Makes the grab. It's Horton. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
The receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Grab down the middle. It's Cuevas. They make the tackle, but the offense has a 1st down now at the 21. Well, the defense knows Kirk might take more than one tackler to bring this tight end down.
Well, anytime as a defense, you always want to rally to the football. But against this guy, you especially want to do that because you saw he breaks through that first arm tackle. I thought he might be able to pick up even more yards, but good job of getting...
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Boy, this defense is having a game. So much pressure, so many sacks already. We're not even to halftime. The offense better do a better job of protecting, and I think the offensive coordinator needs to make some adjustments in his pass pro to give this quarterback a chance.
So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. And that one's straight down the middle. And we're all tied up now. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable 1st half in Springfield. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable 1st half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the 2nd half.
Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. On 1st down, it's play action. caught in the backfield. It's Udo. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. That completion makes it second and medium. They'll run it from the gun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This could create some problems for a defense. And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Brought down, but broke the tackle to produce a solid gain there. The catch makes it a more manageable third down. Try and muscle for the first down. And the Sun Devils moving quickly down the field here.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
First and 10 now for the offense. They're going to run it, fighting him off.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling him to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Pass complete on a crosser. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
One explosive play has this offense set up just outside the red zone now with the first down. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Back to throw. It's Levitt. Looking for his big tight end. Touchdown, ASU. And that will give them the lead now.
Chris, that's his second touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
They'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hampton. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Takes the handoff. It's Miller. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Now it's second down here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They get him, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight reel. Offense will set up on first and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking to throw. It's Simpson. Pressure is coming. Swarmed with a pass rush. A sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And here comes the punter onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And this will be fair caught at the 35-yard line. And now the first play of this drive, they'll begin at the 36. They'll try to run it with the option. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. He'll try a pass here. Incomplete. Trying to find the receiver there. Just missed him. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Looking for a gap. It's Brown. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of it. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. Well, Kirk, Arizona State has the lead here. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Second down play coming up. Here's the handoff. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here we go, 3rd and short in the 7th play of this drive. Quick throw, that's an RPO caught on the left side. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Here he goes. And they pick up the first down at the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
And the Sun Devils begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Grinding away with their running game. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. They finally make the tackle, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6. So it's 1st and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And 6 more points to the total. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Lining up to try the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Adams. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at the 12-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Wide open downfield. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
With the defense and man coverage, nobody there to account for the quarterback. A clear path opens up, a lot of space out in front. The quarterback made the defense pay big time.
Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second manageable here for this offense.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. He hands it off from the gun. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. They look to throw it here on second down. Makes the grab on the move. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. The pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, and here comes a late flag. That's defense. That penalty would be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I'm sure that player is going to get an earful from the coach. And the quarterback keeps it here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama.
What a score by this offense. And the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves with a little bit of time. And now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT up and good. They trail by a touchdown, 24-17. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hand seam, all over that to make the recovery. Back comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. And they play keep away here. Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Pounding away with the run game. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all. The Sun Devils will bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. The punt goes out of bounds. Looks like they'll spot it near the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Simpson. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain in that completion. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, he makes the catch. They get him down, but a big play moves into the 45.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Miller. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. caught over the middle. It's Miller. The tackle is made. The clock runs out, and that will do it.